So hizi vitisho za kusema tutaoccupy nyumba ya mtu fulani, ya mheshimiwa fulani, wache wafanye mambo yao. Kuoccupy si rahisi, pia sisi tunaweza occupy sisi wenyewe. Hatutaki kwenda online. Nataka watu wapende heshima na watu waheshimiane, kwa sababu watu wa Makadara wamenichagua mara 3 kama mwakilishi wao. Na nikiwa mwakilishi sifai kuogopa mtu wote, kwa sababu nafaa kuogopa Mwenyezi Mungu. Yeye ndiye amenipa kipaji ya kuchaguliwa na wale watu. So wale watu wangu wa Makadara wameniambia niseme pia hao wataoccupy hao. So wakioccupy sisi pia wataoccupy na wengine. So
press statement from members of parliament. It is time to lead, not to fan the flames. Kenya must come first. Ladies and gentlemen of the fourth estate, as members of parliament representing the constituencies in Nairobi County and elected to serve this nation, we have solemn responsibility to lead with wisdom, to unite our people and to protect the stability of Kenya. In this critical moment, we cannot afford to sit back and watch as our country is dragged towards chaos and division. In the recent weeks, we have witnessed a worrying trend. Demonstrations that begin with expression of governance have quickly been inflated by both manipulative political actors and criminals. What should have been peaceful expressions of concern have been turned into violent confrontations. Shops have been looted, businesses destroyed, lives lost, and the dangerous rhetoric of tribalism has crept into our streets. When demonstrations turn violent, when hate is whispered into the crowds, it is Kenya that bleeds. We must reflect as individuals, in our homes, as communities, as churches, as mosques, as leaders, whether elected or not. Our constituents want peace that allows them to face life with its ordinary opportunities and challenges. They want jobs. They want security for their children. They want stable prices, safe neighborhoods, and hope for their families. No country has ever resolved its problems through violence. Burning businesses does not create jobs. Stoking tribal hate does not put food on the table. Destroying our own economy deepens poverty. We remind all Kenyans that we are a democratic nation with institutions capable of addressing grievances. This is where lasting change is made, not in the ashes of burned shops or in the bloodshed on our streets. As MPs, we must rise above the temptation to exploit public frustrations for political gain. It is easy to stir emotions. It is easy to stand in a podium and call for chaos. But true leadership is tested in moments like this, when restraint, unity, and responsibility are most needed. To our leaders, the message is very simple. If your politics depends on dividing Kenyans, you have already failed. If your strategy is to ignite tribal hate, you have no place in leadership. It is time to lead and guide our people towards dialogue, not destruction. It is time to remember that Kenya comes first always. Thank you.
Asante sana members of press. Siku ya leo tumekuja hapa kama viongozi ambao wamechaguliwa katika jimbo letu la Nairobi, na tumekuja kwa kuweka message yetu moja ya kwamba kesho tunahitaji amani katika mji wetu wa Nairobi, na kusema na kuomba serikali kesho wajaribu sana waweze kutunza mali za wafanyi biashara. Hatungetaka kuona biashara ya mtu wote inaumizwa kwa sababu ya maandamano. Wale wanaandamana waandamane, lakini waandamane kwa njia ya amani. Sisi kama viongozi tumekuwa tunahubiri amani na tuendelea kuhubiri amani. Katika statement ambayo imesomwa na senator wetu, amesema kwamba sisi kama wanasiasa tunahitaji kuongea na watu wetu wa mitaa zile tunawakilisha, zile constituency tunawakilisha, ya kwamba kesho tunahitaji amani katika jimbo na nchi letu ya Kenya. Na tunataka kusema kwamba hakuna mtu yote anazuiliwa kufanya mambo yake ndani ya kisheria. lakini kama unakubaliwa kufanya mambo yako ndani ya sheria, na wewe pia wajibike kuona kwamba hauinterfere na mali za wafanyabiashara. Hao wafanyabiashara wamechukua loans, wamepanga mambo zao ili wasaidie jamii zao katika mahali wanatoka, na tutakuwa ni vibaya sana ya kwamba kuna watu wanaingia katika hizo maandamano kuharibu pia amani ya Wakenya. Hakuna Kenya nyingine tutakimbilia kama si ambaye tuko. Sisi ni Wakenya, tutabaki Wakenya, na lazima sisi kama Wakenya tujipende. Tusipojipenda tutachoma nchi yetu, na kuchoma nchi yetu ni mara moja, kuijenga tena itakuwa ni ngumu. So tunahitaji kesho polisi wajibuke kwa kwamba kuchunga mali ya wafanyabiashara na kuona kwamba kila mtu ameandamana kwa njia ambayo inatakikana kwa saa zile zimewekwa kikatiba, na wamalize waende nyumbani. Sisi kama viongozi tumekuja hapa kusema kwamba tunahitaji amani Kenya yetu, na pia tunasema kwamba tuna support our broad based government, kwa sababu hiyo ndio imeleta Wakenya pamoja katika jimbo letu la Kenya na majimbo zote za Kenya. Hiyo broad based government tunaendelea kufanya kazi pamoja kuona maendeleo ya wananchi, maendeleo ya watu mitaani, mashule zetu, zile biashara zetu za vijana, maendeleo ya vijana wa mama inaendelea. Nataka kumshukuru our president kwa sababu ako kwa mstari wa mbele kuona kwamba tunapata hayo maendeleo kupitia broad based government. Pia nataka kumshukuru our former prime minister, our party leader wa ODM kwa kukubali kufanya kazi na Rais William Samoei Ruto kuona Kenya mbele na hao wafuate nyuma, na si pia tufuate nyuma. So tunapunguza viongozi wawili na wawache kukashifiwa, kwa sababu kufanya kazi pamoja si hatia, na ndio kwa sababu sisi kama ODM na watu wa UDA tuliweka mkataba pamoja kuona kwamba tumeleta Kenya pamoja, maendeleo iende mbele, sio vita, sio kusukumana. Tunataka kuona kwamba maendeleo ile inapatikana ikuweko. Nikimalizia kwa viongozi wetu wawili, Mheshimiwa Rais na mwenzake Raila Odinga, tunawapatia nguvu waendelee kushikana kuenda kusukuma Kenya mbele, ya kwamba Kenya ipate maendeleo ambayo inatakana ipatikane. Hata nimeona viongozi wengine wakikashifu sana Raila ya kwamba amefanya hivi, wawachana Raila afanye kazi yake. Raila ni party leader wetu na lazima pia heshimiwe. President ni president wetu, lazima heshimiwe. Wao watu wote waheshimiwa na Kenya iende mbele.
Good morning. The first thing I want to say is we have only one country, Kenya. And it might have a lot of challenges, but the way to solve the challenges are not through demonstrations that turn violent, protests that end up seeing people lose their rights, because one right cannot negate another right. Now, I have trended the whole of this week because of the public order bill. I want people to know that I meant that bill for the good of this nation, not to deter or curtail rights. In 2017, as your woman rep, I saw 97 dead, young dead people. And as ODM, we made sure that each and every one of them was buried with dignity, but we could never replace the lives of those that have been lost. So for me, I want to say to all those that think hashtags are the way to go, and they're taking advantage of our youth and the situations that they find themselves in, those hashtags are not going to give jobs. Those hashtags are actually destroying jobs. So what I want to say is give the president and give the Right Honorable Raila Odinga and any leader of like mind a chance to solve the problems that we want to solve for this country. Going on the streets every week, all right, is actually, it's good if it's peaceful. And I pray that tomorrow will be peaceful. For those that will exercise their rights tomorrow, right, the headlines that are trying to steer more division, right, which I've called the media out for that, right, are not going to help this country. I know that there's also, from the messages that I've gotten, I know that there's a lot of people that are funding these kind of movements in our country from outside. But remember, you live outside, but you're leaving the Kenyans here. Those who are saying invade the institutions of government, they are not on the front line to invade. It is our innocent children and families in despair that are going to lose their lives. So what I want to say is, let us work together. We need to dialogue together and resolve the problems. If Raila could do it, our party leader could do it with Uhuru Kenyatta. If our party leader again can do it with William Ruto, it shows that Raila has everybody in mind. He has this country's peace and prosperity in mind. So let us work together towards a peaceful Kenya. God bless Kenya, and God bless every citizen of this country.
I want to speak to the young people of this country. What you do not know is at the moment, politics have begun. And what you're seeing, and what you would think like a positive revolution, or you think you're expressing your voice, has taken a political turn. Politicians are infiltrating what was your movement last year. It no longer has a Gen Z face. It no longer has a youth face of this country. It is a competition that has all the political connotation in it. So I want to ask you, and especially the youth in Nairobi, do not be used politically. We know you are peaceful youth. We know you because we've interacted with you. We know you mean well. Do not agree to be used politically. Because I have engaged some of you even on social media. What are you fighting for? Some of you do not even seem to know what is the agenda because you have been whipped up politically. I want to urge you, stay at home in Nairobi because you have seen the kind of destruction and what a risky business it is. Police are out there to protect themselves. And you see, they have expressed it. You are putting your lives in danger, and for what? And your families end up mourning. So the young people of Kenya, please, I ask you, if you want to express yourself and there is a point you want to drive, make sure that it is your movement. Make sure that it is not somebody else's agenda or somebody else's strategy. It is yourselves who are doing it because you have something to drive, not because you have been whipped up, you have been picked in matatus and dropped in town. Please desist from that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, members of the fourth estate, and we appreciate the fact that you came here to cover this press. I want to talk to the young people out there who, in my past life, I worked with in so many platforms. The shops that are being looted could easily be your parents' shop. That guy who is sending you out there will not show up, or maybe will just come to a funeral, maybe when you've met your death on the roads. It is very sad what this whole movement that had a lot under Gen Z has been taken over politically. Tomorrow, Saba should be a day for the young people to sit back and reflect and ask themselves, what is our main agenda? As you can see, politics has already started, campaigns are on, and your voice needs to be part of the next general election. But it won't be found in the streets. The big battle is coming in 2027. Go out there. When we are registering as voters, go out there and register to vote. That is where the main battle will be. It will not be found in the streets, it will be found in the ballots. And I want to ask you to come out and support the president with everything that he's doing right now. You can see how much economic empowerment that is going around through even our deputy president and the teams that are going to the villages there to meet our people and ask them what they want, what they need, and it is actually being done. Sit back tomorrow, call your leadership, start having an agenda about this movement. Only then will your voice that is already loud enough will also be heard in 2027. Thank you so much. May we have a peaceful Saba day tomorrow. Asanteni sana.
Nisisitize niseme ya kwamba sisi kama viongozi tungetaka kuwaomba vijana wetu, madada zetu, mandugu zetu, kana kwamba hii ni nchi yetu, hatuna nchi nyingine. Tungetaka kusema ya kwamba suluhisho ni tuje sisi wote kwa meza. Viongozi wa tabaka mbalimbali, viongozi wa makanisa, viongozi wa vyuo vikuu, viongozi wa wanabiashara pia, na viongozi ambao waliochaguliwa wakiongozwa na kiongozi wetu rais. Tuje meza moja, tuweze kusemezana, tuweze kupata suluhisho ya shida ambazo zinafanya vijana wetu wazidi kuandamana kila siku, kwa sababu mazungumzo ndio yataweza kutusaidia tuweze kupata mwelekeo, tufanye ile tunaita national dialogue. Na sisi kama viongozi mahali sisi pia tumeweza kukosea, sisi tuwaomba msamaha. Sisi sio malaika, sometimes pia sisi tuwafanya makosa hapa na pale, lakini cha muhimu ni kuweka meza wazi, kukaribisha kila mtu, tuweze kuweka maoni ya kila mtu kwa upamoja, ili tuweze kupata mwelekeo wa nchi yetu. Hatuna nchi nyingine. Hatungetaka Kenya ibadilike iwe kama Sudan, hatungetaka Kenya iwe kama Haiti, hatungetaka Kenya iwe kama Somalia. Kenya ni nchi yetu ambayo tunaipenda. Ningehimiza vijana wetu tuweze kukubali, tuweze kufanya mazungumzo zaidi, na Mungu awabariki wakati wote.
So, because my number was shared online, quite a number of numbers have come to me. I've had messages from Israel, I've had messages from Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Dubai, America, Canada, Germany, and the UK. So one message that came to me was from a number from Germany, all right, that said, we are fundraising, we're raising money, we're going to make sure that we fund the invasion of all the politicians' houses. All right, so that in itself shows that there's an activity going on there. I have a friend currently in the UK, and she was invited for a gathering. And in that gathering, she's a supporter of government, right? And in that gathering, they were actually raising money, all right, to send to Kenya. That was the purpose of the gathering. So I know that is happening. And a lot of the bloggers that are actually online, that are fueling the movement in the country right now, majority of them are actually not even living in Kenya. We know that. They're not living in the country. But for me, what is important is for us as a country to hold together. All right? I mean, I'm on the Esther dry fast, and I'm going to end it on Monday evening. The reason I'm doing the dry fast for the country is because I love this country, and every life is sacred. Every life is sacred. As I said, from 2017, 97 lives. And there are many other lives that come out of the injuries that are lost that we don't hear about. And this year, last year, almost another 60, 70 lives. We really need to understand that life is sacred. We want our youth to understand that the government is working tirelessly to ensure that we create jobs, either through direct employment, all right, or through business support and empowerment. So let us give the government the opportunity to work and deliver. We heard the Gen Zs, we heard their message, we heard their desperation. But right now we need to be able to serve the country and to safeguard the country. What we are asking for today, you might not appreciate it. But if this country spirals into the wrong direction, you will think and ask, why didn't we listen? Let us have peaceful demonstrations. Tomorrow is a day worth marking. Tomorrow is a day we should be celebrating people like Raila Odinga, not having headlines that castigate him. So for me, Kenya is our only country. All right? Let God lead us in the direction that we want to be led, and that is peace, love, and prosperity, and unity. Thank you.
Thank you.
We are waiting for them.
No.
We are waiting for them. We are waiting for them. We see.